All right, I'd like to go ahead and call today's board meeting to order at 8:20 p.m. Okay.
Okay.
So, has everyone had a chance to review the minutes from the previous board meeting?
Yes, I looked at them earlier.
Okay. And are there any objections to approving those minutes?
No objections.
Okay. And are there any objections to approving the agenda for tonight's meeting?
No objectives.
Okay, cool. So the next thing is reports from officers and committees. So Treasurer, do you have anything to report?
Yes, our membership count right now, which is affected by a couple people being on hiatus, we are at 26 members. That's not a full representation, but we'll have a couple people back in a month or two. So right now our net income is $901.31. Current monthly expenses are $29.42.48. So we're at a net loss at the moment of $2,041.17. Bills at the moment: insurance, water bill, and our meetup subscription, which is due twice a year, has been paid. The lease check has been sent, and it's being paid on the 1st. Upcoming will be electric bill and our accounting software. Current bank balances, savings is $65.45. Checking is $2,669.67.
Okay. And do we have any other officers or committees that would like to have anything to report?
We have anything from Networker 3D Printing?
Yes, I must report that we have to reset the OSHA clock.
Uh-oh.
We had a chemical land to burn yesterday.
So we reset it twice. Does that count as twice, or?
I don't know. I'm just reporting. Yes. Stephen Schwengel broadcast that we were going to clean up and just have an ad hoc cleanup, and a couple of people showed up to help. Joe, I think his daughter was with him, came.
Mm-hmm.
And because that was scheduled, I pushed Rodney into getting us 2 more shelves. They set those up, and you can't see it, but the other 2 shelves we put in the network room because, you know, it's not really an effective room to do any kind of work out of, other than, you know, maybe a table to build servers if we're building something. You know, maybe a small table. But other than that, there's really no reason to have anything in there. Who's that?
That's somebody else.
Oh. So a lot of stuff was put back there. All the boxes from out there were put in the main room. I have gone through the ones that were mine, because mine and Dave's and other stuff, and I think a couple of these boxes here, I believe, are Dave's, and then there's about a dozen boxes of stuff that was just around the old Makelab that just was thrown in boxes when we moved. So somebody needs to help sort that out. It's all close enough that we could put it on shelves, but if we just put them on shelves, you know, nobody will ever get to it. But everything would fit now. So I've been sorting. I sorted my stuff down, and eliminated 3 or 4 boxes that were, a third full. And so I've inventoried a little bit of mine. A couple things from the move are missing, but that's life. So what we did was I made an arbitrary decision that if printers aren't capable of production work, they will not be on the printer bar. Okay? Because if they're broken like Woody, it's back in the back, it needs work. So if they're not something that we could show a member and a member could use easily, then they're not going to be up there. So we've cleaned that up significantly, and everything up there runs. We also, I came up with an idea that from watching Joe's daughter solder, and she's very good, by the way, but she had to sit up here on a stool and she could barely reach the table, and it was a mess. So I brought in an AV cart, and we're creating a portable solder station so that it'll be mobile around the place instead of everyone going to one spot. That also is less of a safety hazard, I think, than having a fixed space where we have to leave lots of spare room around it because of a soldering station. So I'm going to get a honey baked ham Saturday for our thingamajig. I think Schwengel's bringing some veggies and stuff. And I believe the person who's MIA, who working on a BB-8, said she was going to bake a pie for the assistance we got, but
I can follow
doubt that she will.
I can follow up.
Huh?
I can follow up with her on that.
I can follow up with her on that.
Yeah, I mean, if she does, she does. If she doesn't, she doesn't. That's up to you. It's your guest.
I'm bringing in dessert.
Yeah. So we, I think we're in good shape. We do need to get the rest of these boxes sorted out because Rodney had said, well, it'd be something for members to do on Saturday. But quite honestly, the members that want to do that kind of thing don't want to do it at a Christmas party or holiday party or quarterly meeting. We've never had luck. So we need to get it cleaned up before then, and it's close. It was just a matter of getting, when we moved in, all the boxes just sort of got shoved in there. And this is really the first time that anybody sorted through anything. So they're all a lot neater now. And the server that Rodney ordered has arrived. We're not ready to put it in yet, but we will be. And the TVs that I bought are still sitting there waiting to go on the walls. I was hoping people would come and help with that this week, but nobody has done that yet. So
I can hear them crying in the corner.
That's true, they are. But, and I'm going to say this, I don't care if people listen to this broadcast. I'm still getting really bothersome conversations about people pretty much trying to tell me what my priorities as a volunteer here should be. And I'm not going to take it much longer. I don't even care if we lose him as a member. He's not going to waste another half hour of my time on a Sunday explaining to him why I'm not going to drop everything and do something he wants because he thinks it's a priority. I know you guys know who I'm talking about, but I'm just not taking it anymore. There's no reason for me to drop everything and make VPNs a priority when the server that the virtual machines are on that he wants to get to isn't even here. So he doesn't understand that. And as Rodney can attest, he was screwing around with my machine, right?
Yep.
So anyway, I just had to say that because, he wants to be in networking and be, quote, onboarded, you guys have to help with that because I just don't have the time, and he keeps trying to drag me into it, and I do not have the time. I got too many things I got to do that I want to do, you know, and I don't have time for that. I know that's just venting, but I just don't have time for it. But the PSA's printer is maybe come off the bench this week. They've been in working on it. So, and their competition is in 2 weeks, which is why they're working on it, because they need it. They got to print everything out in the next week or two. But 3D printings, I mean, we got stuff there, and had 3 people at the class on Monday, and it went well.
Did that guest show up that was here, that open house that was asking all the...
Yeah. I don't know if she'll join. We've had, we're getting guests, but they're not joining. So we got to figure out how to close them. But, well, I think we're ready for growth. I mean, there's a lot less stuff in the back here. Although I don't know why all those chairs are all up where all the monitors were. I don't think we need those up there.
No, I think they were just...
there are no chairs on the floor. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
they must be just because they were cleaning.
Yeah.
I mean, Schwengel did a really good job of cleaning. He and Joe moved a lot of stuff, and so I mean, it was really good job. So I think that's about. There's not much else going on other than still a lot of projects to work on.
We got some computers checked out. We still got other computers to check out, and then if they're not fit, we're gonna chunk them.
I'm ripping down that sign which says they're going to be thrown out on December 16th. They're going to get thrown out on December 1st. Now, it's sitting there for a month. I said throw them out. Somebody puts on a sign to keep them for half a month. They're junk. Throw them out. There's no reason to keep them. They're junk. So, anyway, that was all the stuff I had. Anything else? Any questions you guys have, or no? All right, now I'm going to go back and work on the printer.
All right.
All right, let's see. So next on the agenda, unless there's any other committee updates or team reports, is unfinished business. One of my action items from the previous meeting was to follow up with Jeffrey about bar camp. And so he said that he'd be happy to meet us, and we just got to pick a time and get back to him on that. So I was hoping to be back severe too, so we could just pick a time that's good for everybody. And then for that, I think he'd be okay with meetings, but I prefer to meet him in person if we can.
Right. And I don't think he hasn't been to our new place, so we'll have to come check it out.
Yeah,
Isn't he closer to here than he was? I don't remember. I think this is a closer location for him.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm trying to remember. He might have made it there once. I could be mistaken.
Oh, you know what? We had a meeting out in front of the TV, I think.
Yeah, I want to say he's been there before, but I do think it is closer for him. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe if we can do sometime next week, or it seems like Tuesdays seem to be okay.
Yeah.
Like, do we want to see if he's available Tuesday night on was it December 6th?
Sure.
Okay.
The only thing I have under unfinished is I've been communicating with Diana from School Factory. I've got a form to fill out for last year's tax information, and she did send out a and I believe you got the email too. She sent out the link for the 501c3 EZ form. So there's an entire page on how to do that. So I guess it's something we can discuss and present on Saturday. There's instructions that basically allows you to check off any items to make sure that you're ready to file.
Cool.
And under new business, I know we were talking earlier about the party. I don't know if it was live or not, but is there anything we need to discuss on that?
I guess we kind of already covered it. I don't know, like if there's anything.
I think,
sounds like you already have a plan for what to bring.
So it looks like the party itself is gonna start around 11, and will also be after the meeting, and the meeting will officially take place around 2.
Yes, and it should be wrapping up by 4 at the latest, and then the party will kind of continue on after that.
I think that is all that I have.
Oh, did we just get a ping?
Yeah, DMAX just pinged.
Yeah.
We want to see if he has anything to contribute, because we're at.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, okay. He just said he's not able to. Let me just check with. I'll have an action item to follow up after the meeting just to see if December the 6th is a good date for the bar camp meeting. So other than that, the only other agenda item under new business that I had was for the membership meeting. If there's anything we can discuss for that.
The only thing I would have with that is, like, so we have the 501c3 easy forms. If we want to get that started, and then if we want to discuss any marketing or trying to get new members, get our membership up, anybody can help out. I know someone who may be able to help with our social media and things like that. He cannot afford a membership, so I don't know if we could work out something where if he would do our marketing and social media and publicity full time. If we could give him like a restricted membership, but that would be something we would have to work out. And I'd have to check back with him to see if he's available to do that.
Okay. And did we want to talk any bit during the membership meeting about the board member position?
I guess we could discuss it, but I guess it's not really up until the January meeting.
Yeah.
So we can make people aware. So if they wish to put their name in the hat, or if they know somebody they want to support, that way it's not discussed a week before the January meeting.
Yeah.
And we probably want to schedule the January meeting at the meeting Saturday, and I guess it would be near the end of January, because we're trying to get the quarterly meetings back on track, because the last one was delayed because of the move.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to get the last one of this year done as soon as possible, and then if we're going to do it on a Saturday again, I guess the January 28th would be a good date, but maybe that's something we can decide on at the meeting.
Okay. So that's all I had for new business. Do you have anything else?
Other than the marketing and the 501c3, I don't have anything else.
Okay. I guess we can pick a date for our next board meeting. Let's see. So today's the 29th. Do we want to stick to do we want to try the 8 p.m. again, or go back to our 7:30 time slot?
I can do either or.
Okay.
So I guess that would be on the 13th.
Yep, Tuesday the 13th. Let's see. We can give 8 p.m. another try.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. And do we have a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
Okay. So adjourn we will.